Walmart. As bad as I hate Walmart, I try to only go there like once a month or every 6 or something. But that's a place that we can only get certain things. And while I was at Walmart, let me take this down a little bit. While I was at Walmart, I ran across a young woman whose clothes not well. Um, Her baby was clean. They had baby food in the cart. The husband was clothed but not well either. But he had on brand new work boots, and she was barefoot. And it's about 50 degrees and raining here today. And they were at the checkout, and they just had the smallest of supplies for baby food. And I kind of went, ma'am, and she kind of looked back at me, and I kind of nodded her over, and I said, do you need a pair of shoes? And she said, well, we had to buy his new work boots, and so mine tore up, and I can't get mine until his first check, and it'll be 3 weeks because they hold them back. And I said, I understand that. I said, I've been there myself, you know. I said, would you like for me to get you a pair of shoes? And she goes, well, we've got to get checked out and get home because he's got to take the car and be at work at like 2. And they live just across, because I'm right on the Central Eastern line. They live right across it, so they're an hour ahead. And I said, my daughter may have left some shoes at home that may be your size. I said, give me your name and number. And I said, I'll go through them. Well, I get home, I go through them, and the few that are left here are not the right size. So I messaged her. And here's the thing, there was like 500 people at Walmart because the Christmas parade had just ended. No one was looking at them except for in disgust. No one was speaking to them. No one was trying to help them. No. And even when I was standing there trying to help them, I had people telling me to move, get out of their way. I had a friend yell at me too, but that was separate. But I was having people tell me to move and get out of their way. And I was on the edge talking to this woman, not in anyone's way. And I just kind of shot them the shut up, leave me alone glance. But so she gave me her name and number. I get home, I go through, they're not the right size. So I'm like, you know something, by the time I would have found these shoes or gone to the Hope Chest or another thrift shop and found shoes, and then us meet in the middle from where they live, I might as well have just bought a pair of shoes off of Temu and sent to her. And just sent them to her. And so I called her, and she starts to talk to me. And I'm like, well, my daughter's shoes were the ones that she left. The few that she left are not the right size. I was going to go to the thrift shop and buy some. And then I thought, well, by the time I buy them, and then we both have to find a day to meet in the middle and swap them over, I might as well have just bought some and shipped them to you. And I said, Temu has free shipping. I said, they have some really nice shoes that I've bought, some tennis shoes and some of the generic Hey Dudes off of there. And I said, if you tell me what kind you like, and if you can trust me with a P.O. box or an address, or someone else's address, or a business's address that will let you use it and pick up there. I said, that I don't care where I mail them to, just as long as you can get them. I'd love to help you out, and I might even be able to get you a couple of pair. I have some price adjustment money left, might as well use it for someone else that needs it. She was terrified. She was terrified that I was someone trying to scam her. And I said, honey, I'm not trying to scam you. I said, I'm a retired probation and parole officer and counselor. I said, this is my name. I said, you can ask around, call around. I said, people know me. I said, I used to supervise offenders in your county. I said, hi, Savannah. I said, I have no ulterior motives here. I said, I just hate to see you being barefoot on a barely 50-degree day with rain. Knowing the hardship you're going through, I would just really like to buy you a pair of shoes. And since you don't have time to go and try some on right now, when we was at the store, I said, I was like, well, I could thrift shop, but then we'd have to find a day to meet in the middle. I'll just mail them to you. She was terrified that I was trying to use her or something. How sad the world is that someone in such a state of need is terrified of somebody who comes along and offers a little bit of a blessing. Which to me, it would have blessed me just as much to give her the shoes, to buy her the shoes, as for her to receive them. But she was terrified. She was terrified. And so we were texting back and forth for a few minutes, and I said, I understand, honey. I said, I understand you're terrified. I said, I understand the state of this world, and I understand that a lot of people don't trust a lot of people. And I said, it saddens me. But I said, the ball's in your court. I said, if you can find a P.O. box or a business that will let me ship them to them so that you can pick them up, I said, that's fine. I don't have to ship them to you. I just need to ship them somewhere where you can get them. I said, and that way you don't have to feel as though I know where you are. That's completely fine. I said, but leave the ball in your court. I said, I'll not text you or call you. I said, if you want the shoes or you need some other kind of aid, I said, you have my number. You may call me. I don't know what she'll do. But how sad is it? Number one, that there were 500 people in Walmart because the Christmas parade, a time of joy and laughter and bestowing blessings and thinking about the birth of Christ, had just ended. But no one in Walmart would buy this woman who had no shoes, even a pair of flip flops. And I caught her at the self checkout and they had to leave, so I couldn't take her back to the shoes and let her pick some out. She's like, I've got to go. He's got to have the car to get to work. And I said, that's fine. She did give me her name and number. But when I said, I just, and because I know travel's difficult on them, they have one car and he's working. I thought, well, I'll just send them to you. So I've given her the option of a P.O. box or even a business or even just a general delivery to a post office, which post offices do, just a general delivery, and somebody shows up and picks it up. I don't know if she's aware of all that, but maybe she'll research it and understand that. But ball's in her court, and I did my price adjustments last night and this morning and have on Temu. This is another reason why I love Temu. I did my price adjustments, and I have enough money in my Temu account to buy her a couple of pair of shoes. And if she trusts me and will allow me to help, I'm going to buy her a pair of winter shoes and just a pair of nice sneakers and send them to her. But I don't know if she will trust me. But how sad to see a whole community come from a Christmas parade, which is love and community and caring for each other, and treat these people horribly, look at them as if they're trash, and they're not. They're just people on hard times. Some of the most brilliant, amazing people have never had a penny to their name. It doesn't change internally what you're capable of and what your heart is full of. And they were frustrated when I stopped to talk to her. That bothered me even more. The people were, well, move, get out of my way, move. And I just kind of looked at them like, excuse you, I'll move when I want to. You can go around me. There's plenty of room. But I hope she takes me up on this, and I hope that she allows me to buy her the shoes, because I just had the biggest gut feeling that that was what the Lord wanted me to do. And I've learned that if I don't heed his calling, I will get smacked. So I stopped and said, hey, let me on. And I really thought that some of Haley's leftover shoes would fit her, but they were too small. But I will totally buy her shoes if she trusts me enough to send them to her. And the only reason they were in our Walmart was they brought the kid over to watch the Christmas parade and had stopped to get just a couple of items for the child before they went back home, and he had to go to work. So pure fate, I think, that we ran into each other. But I hope she trusts me enough to let me help her. But how sad to see a store full of people avert their eyes so that they could keep their merry moods and go Christmas shopping and ignore the person that didn't have any food in their cart and had no shoes on their feet. No, I don't have a lot. No, I don't have much. Some days I don't have anything. But whatever I got, I'll share. And I was about in tears in the middle of Walmart. About in tears. It really bothered me that no one was paying attention to her or offering any aid. And then now that I've talked to her, it bothers me to know that something must have happened to her to not trust somebody who wants to help. Something bad must have happened to her to not trust someone who wants to help her. Especially someone that looks like me. I mean, I'm not, I don't look very lethal. you know, I look I look rather domesticated and kind, you know. Um, so that tells me that something really bad has happened to her to make her not trust someone that wants to offer help. That makes me feel bad. So I want you to pray. I don't know their last names, and I'm not going to say their name out of respect. But I don't know their last names, but I'm not going to name them. But um, had the most beautiful little child, and can't afford a winter jacket. What size do you wear? I've got one now that's too big for me, but it's beautiful. It's that teal double-breasted work coat I used to have. That's kind of like the fleecy teddy bear material, but it's really looks it's like a dress coat, but it's comfortable, casual, comfortable. I bought it from Romans a few years ago, and it's just been in my wardrobe. I've worn it a couple of places to stay warm. It's just been in my wardrobe since I stopped working in the court system. Because I always like to have a pop of color. Because I wore mostly black for court, so I always wore like a pop of color with my coats and my scarves. I was always had to have a pop of color. But you know how to message me, Savannah. If it's something that I have that you can fit into your, I'll send it to you. Um, but it, I was amazed that people would just overlook someone with no shoes on their feet on a day like today. On a day like today. Well, that one might be too big for you, but um, I bet you my mama has, because she was a teacher and she wore lots and lots of really nice winter coats, just, you know, because she was a teacher and had to look like a teacher. Let me raid mama's wardrobe, because she's got lots of stuff she's been trying to get rid of. So, and I'll check back with you, because that's not a big ask. Extra large coat is not a big ask, because that's basically the size of the majority of my family down under the mountain. So that's not a huge issue. So I just felt so bad for this woman, because I was like, she doesn't trust me. And then I thought, what has happened to her to not trust somebody wanting to help? And it's that people that help are normally the people that hurt, because we use help now as a lure. Like people use help like a fishing mechanism, like a little hula popper, just to drag people in and to catch them and to use and abuse them. And I so now I know someone has hurt her, and it hurt me to know that someone's hurt her, and I just wanted to try to help, and I'm not able to help because of the fear that she's carrying in life. And if she could just talk to me and get through that fear, it might help her get through so much more, just so much more. I would if I ever have clothes or anything, and Gypsy's even given me some clothes sometimes to donate to our local Hope Center. They do wonderful work, and they have wonderful stuff. And I mean, they have some really nice stuff. I got a very nice brand new pocketbook there not too long ago. I mean, it was nice. So I have no problem thrift shopping, but I'd love to have somewhere, and all the money goes back. All the money that goes into the Hope Center goes back to help families in need. So I mean, they do a great. And Cindy, the lady that runs the newspaper that I sometimes write for, she's the one that runs all that. So I can find you, if Mom doesn't have one, I can find you an extra large winter coat. That's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. We both live in kind of harsher climates, so I'm sure there's an extra large coat somewhere around here with your name on it. But I just want us to pray that society's mindset will change, and that they'll start hating that little voice they hear, not knowing it's God, not knowing it's a directive from above, but just to hate it, knowing that they have a feeling that they should. though they can find out who it is later and maybe change their life later. But just that they would heed that little voice and be kind to others. That's what I wish society would start to do again. It would change so much if we would just look at others with a little bit of kindness and grace instead of looking at others and immediately trying to measure them up to us. Because I saw a beautiful child, a husband that you could tell was working a lot of hours at a very hard job. They tried to do something good for their baby that day, and they were trying to make the best of a bad situation. And I saw a lot of hope, even with her bare feet. And I just wanted to offer a little bit more hope. But I don't know what they've been through, but it must have been bad. But you could tell they trust each other a lot. So the baby was clean and beautiful and precious. So, I mean, there's, nothing wrong there. I just wanted to offer the woman shoes. Oh, is he going on tour next year? Maybe he'll come by here and I can use my rolly cart and go say, hey, now let's have a talk about them flaming hot Dorito Cheetos, girls. I'd love to have I've talked to him over Instagram video and stuff like that. We've done back and forth, but I'd love to have a banter back and forth, bicker conversation. I bet you'd be a dandy. But, well, that's all I had to say. I wanted to share that just because, everybody's all down on Temu and down on, it's supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. But it's my Temu price adjustment that's going to allow me, if this woman will let me, it's going to allow me to help her. And then I looked at my husband and I said, if I get another campaign to do, maybe I can do a clothing campaign, find a needy family, clothe them. All they have to do is let me take pictures as, when they put the clothes on. All I have to do is agree to model the clothes, to do the video so I can do the video. And I could buy everyone in the family an outfit. There's good ways to use this stuff. I might need something from time to time, but if it's a campaign that I can't use, I can find somebody that can use it, or I can get materials that I can donate that someone else can use. So I'm going to find good ways to bless people with this. That's my big thing. David was like, well, why didn't you just take her back to the shoes and get her some shoes? I said they were checking out and on the way out because the husband had to go to work, or I would have. That's my husband, though. He's like, why didn't you just buy her some shoes right there? I knew my husband wouldn't have a problem with me buying her shoes. But they were on their way out, needed to leave to get him to work on time. So, oh, Savannah. I think that this channel, because we're up to almost 2,300 people now. I think this channel is a shining light that there are good people searching for other good people. And that makes me happy because we find each other and we care about each other and we become a family. And that gives me hope. And that's why I wanted to come on here, because I knew I had 2,300 people that however many filter through and watch this, that they would sit down for a moment and send some good energy out and really hope and that this woman would allow me to help her. So been trying to get 7 cents for 2 months. Okay, hang on, Discord. I'm confused, but that doesn't, for me, that's normal. What you know how to message me. Message me what you're trying to do, and if I can help, I'll help. I just wanted to share this because I was almost in tears when I came home, just from the interaction. And now you can hear I'm stopped up. Now I'm even more upset because something's happened to her that she does not trust. And I want her to trust me. Because I want her to have a pair of shoes. I don't want her to be barefoot through the winter. So that's my biggest thing. But I wanted to share that with you all. It may put some of you on a different perspective today, may make you thankful for something you're not usually thankful for, or it may make you understand that sometimes a blessing is just being able to put on socks and shoes. Um, blessings are different for everybody. Where is everyone now? Does they? Me? I'm at home. David's meeting somebody to pick up a trap or something. And I'm thinking Timu is actually, they want to say horrible things about it, but there's been more breaches of security in domestic businesses in the United States than in Timu. And Timu has updated and revamped its security policy 4 times since they started. After the second time, I was comfortable enough to shop there because I read it all. And they're becoming much more aware and trying to create a very secure platform. And feeding fish. I probably need to be feeding fish. But if I can spend, I have an hour and a half that I have to stay off my legs every day. And so that's my hour and a half when I try to take care of all my Timu stuff. Because that's when everything you can tell when I'm on Timu is like, boom, it all happens right then. Because that's the time that I have to be down. So I try to use it for that purpose. Because when I'm up, I want to do, really fruitful things. So when I have to have my feet up and be laid down and have them above my heart, that's when I do my Timu stuff. But I have to say that at this moment, I'm very thankful for Timu because of their price adjustments. Money came back to me that I'm going to be able to hopefully help somebody else with. So I really hope that she just trusts me enough. So everybody just pray. Everybody watches this. No, you're saying, everybody just pray that she has a change of heart and lets me help her. That's it. But I will be looking for an extra large winter coat, and I'll yell at you. If you have any specific styles you like or something, send me some pictures or something. You know how to do that. You can send them. You can message them to me, and I'll keep an eye out, and we'll find you an extra large winter coat because I think it's going to be a very cold winter. So I think everybody needs to have a winter coat this winter. So, okay, I am now going to try to rest for a minute because David has moved his deer head so I can put my Christmas tree in a different spot this year. And he helped me get the Christmas stuff over to the back porch. And so as I feel like it, I get to decorate, which is a blessing in itself. The kids, I let Haley take some of the Christmas stuff last year, and so I don't have as much as I used to. And I have my little funny trees so that I can always get my walker through the house. But I still really enjoy putting my tree up. And I really enjoy, I don't know, I like Christmas. It makes me happy. I like the lights. I like the warmth that it puts within my soul. And I wish that everybody could feel that. Maybe somebody else is feeling that. Maybe more people than I think are feeling that. But today I didn't see it in my local Walmart, and that bothered me. So I hope this woman changes her mind and she allows me to help her. But just toss up some prayers that she will change her mind and let me help her and buy her some shoes. And if I can do anything else, I can, if I'm able, I will. But y'all, there were so many families in there that could have stopped her at any moment that they were shopping and said, let me buy you a pair of shoes that are on sale. And no one was looking at her. They were averting their eyes because that's a problem. It's not a problem. That's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to show who you truly are and to show that you have a heart, you have kindness, and that you think about your community members and those around you, and that you care enough to help. So I saw some stuff today that irritated me, but I'm going to just work harder to overcome and make sure that more people have positive interactions. So that's it. I'm going to try for more positive interactions, help as many people as possible, and pray that this woman changes her mind and allows me to help her. So, okay, I'm going to shut up now, but thanks for being with me, Savannah, and let me talk through this. It really bothered me. But we will be on the lookout for an extra large winter coat because we have tons here and some really nice ones at the thrift shops, but I guarantee probably mom's got 2 or 3 in her closet from her teaching days that she's like, sure, I don't wear that anymore. You can have that. I'm your family. You can enjoy Christmas. I'm your family. I'll be your Christmas buddy. You message me. I know that I don't always make the most gorgeous things, but if you would like a Christmas present, I'll be your Christmas buddy and send you a Christmas present. You just need to message me. So, David and I used to always do an angel tree. We'd make the kids pick an angel tree and then a nursing home tree. And we would do that every year. And we kind of got out of the rut of that, and we just started, then we would just help the church and donate to the church or donate to the families in the church that need help. And but this today spurred me to be like, okay, I need to do more. I need to do more. I need to do more. So David's back home. Yay.
Well, before it goes to rain.
It's already been raining. I heard it on the tin roof. It's been like 3 little showers. Yeah, it came a little burst and then it stopped. But all right, well, I'm going to get off here, and we may do some crafting tonight, or I may decorate and let you kind of tag along for the ride. But Spanny, you know how to message me, and we'll chit chat. And I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Come on.